All right, everybody. We are back. Woohoo! Sorry about that. Stupid videos. So.
And that
So,
wraps up my rant.
oh yeah.
So you
So
were
what?
saying, Bo?
Yeah. So
I guess we
start from the
really
beginning.
didn't want to hear from you.
I guess. No, just everything that Sony touted last year that got all the press has not come to fruition. They do not have the backwards compatibility on their games a year later. They again, I don't think they did any. I mean, they were lauded for not doing anything different. So I hope that the lemmings do not fall for that again and actually recognize what Microsoft did over the last year and what they're continuing to do.
Yeah, and that kind of goes. I mean, the whole thing and the whole wowing of my camera went out of focus. There we go. The whole thing with last year, and I think where they all jumped on board is because the little tactics that Sony did. Like for one, they came in $100 cheaper. And they did the whole in your face, this is how we share game. That little video that I always kind of go back to. It's just like, you did this stupid video and it set us back 20 years, but everybody loves you for it and things like that. I'm curious what they're going to do because unlike Microsoft, I have a feeling that Microsoft has things to show us. I don't know what Sony has to show us. I hope they pull out some good stuff because they did very well last E3. But I do I think you might get your wish because I think a lot of the media and stuff are a little concerned about what Sony has to come. And that when I was talking about earlier, I wanted to see what we kind of got our Microsoft stuff out of the way. What do we think Sony is going to come out and do? And I want to be, I kind of want to do the same thing. Like, what do I think they're going to do? And honestly, I don't know. I hope they come out with and show new Uncharted. I think that would be awesome. I think Mark might agree with me on that. To come out and say, hey, here's the next Uncharted.
They will.
Yeah. I don't want them to go into detail about, The Last of Us coming out on PlayStation 4. Who cares? The game is last generation. And the one thing that I was saying, remember this moment, and this kind of is, if I have to hear, for some reason in my mind, if Sony comes out and says, here's Last Guardian, and for any of you guys that follow games and know what they announced Last Guardian in 2009 at an E3, and the place went nuts. And they have a rumor that just came out today or yesterday saying that The Last Guardian has officially been canceled. And then Sony comes out and says, no, it hasn't. We're still working on it. And it's been that way since 2009. And I just have this little feeling is if they come out and say, here's The Last Guardian, and it comes out next year or something like that, that all the media is going to say, Sony wins. It's over. That's all they had to do, bring out Last Guardian. They win. They are the champs. And the only thing is like, how can you bring back something that you've already announced and act like it's brand new, act like it's new, and rely on it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread? And I don't want Microsoft to do it. I don't want Sony to do it because I think it's lame. I just think it's cheesy thing to do. And with Sony, it's like they've done stuff. They mentioned things last year that they still haven't delivered on. They haven't delivered on Gaikai stuff. Yes, it's in closed beta or whatever, but they never delivered on it because closed beta doesn't mean delivered. They talked about the sharing, like you can share with your friends, like your friend can take the controller and he can complete your level if you can't do it. They haven't delivered on that. There's a couple other things I can't remember, but it's like I just have this bad feeling, to go on what Bo was saying. I don't think the media will jump on their side and say they're the greatest thing ever, unless this Last Guardian comes out and says it's coming out this fall. But to be piggybacking off something that's announced 5 years ago, is just ridiculous. So,
well, there's a golf game called, I believe it's the golf club.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Little Big Planet, where you can create your own courses, upload them, people can download them and play them. It's supposed to come out.
neat.
Supposed to come out second, and it takes you back in kind of dating it, but more of the links. If you remember links back in
Microsoft
2002, 2004. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Great games. Just I love that game, and it takes it back to that almost photorealistic style of play and gets you out of the Tiger Woods garbage. It was supposed to come out second quarter. It's been delayed, has not come out yet. But now Sony is really pushing that the developers. It's coming out, but rather than be just a multi-platform, they've picked up on it and are saying that it's going to be using their Move controllers, which came out in 2010,
Mhm.
and they bombed. I mean, they weren't that accurate. And they're also talking about the VR headset that Sony's working with and how this game is supposed to utilize those.
Yeah.
Now, do the Lemmings jump on board with that?
All right.
It's like, I mean, I admit, I bought the Move controllers years ago, and I used them 3 times, and they collected dust for years until I sold them.
Well, that golf game is multi-platform, right? That's what you
Yes.
said, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I thought it was because I'm actually, it's one of those games like I like golf games.
Oh, I'm
But
waiting for it.
kinda, like
I'll
the
buy it.
Tiger Woods games I've kind of fallen out of because of EA doing their whole, microtransaction bull crap that they do. That's kind of ruining the game.
Well, exactly. I mean, I want a golf simulator. I don't want I can hit, with a special perk, I can hit the ball, drive it 500 yards and do this miraculous curve. I mean, the Xbox One Power Star. Yeah, it's fun, but it's not the realistic golf game that I want.
right.
So I'm looking
I've been.
to the club.
Yeah, and Sony will probably come out. I imagine they'll show their VR headset. I mean, it's probably something good for them to show. They've announced it, and it's kind of been, hearsay, this and that. It's definitely it's definitely real. So I imagine they'll come out and show something, and they should. I mean, it's new tech. A lot of people find it cool. Definitely anybody who's not in the PC world or not using or hasn't been really up to date with the Oculus Rift or anything like that, they're going to find that to be really cool, and they're going to see that as a futuristic item, which it could be. And that's cool. I think it's cool. So that's something that I would be really nice to see from them. It'd be pretty cool. I'm trying to think of, I've already kind of read where there isn't going to be any Final Fantasy information there. I can't think of the other game that they said that wasn't going to be mentioned there, but it's just one of those things. I'm a little concerned about the Sony conference because I just don't know what they have. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm really lost at what they're going to show. Maybe they go into more indie stuff. And I don't want to call it indie as much, but really, if that's what your console has to survive on, is the cheaper, really well made, really fun games. I don't want to knock the developers because they do make really great games. But if that's what they have to survive on before they get some AAA titles, that's really interesting. Destiny, that's probably something they're going to show is Destiny. But how much can they show where it's just like, well, we already know all this? Mm-hmm. They're definitely going to show it because I believe, I think Bungie actually was showing things and actually said there will be more at E3. So I imagine, it'll be at the Sony conference because, like Mark said, they kind of have Bungie all wrapped up, or Activision and Bungie wrapped up with that, almost where it seems like it's exclusive, but it's not. But are they going to show 100 and, they're going to show an hour and a half of Destiny? I mean, what else are they going to fill their time with? So VR headset, Destiny, Uncharted would be a good one. What's the group that makes Little Big Planet? Can't think of the developer.
Media Molecule.
Media Molecule. What are they doing? That'd be cool to see. So I don't know. It'd be cool to see what they got to. And I think theirs is at what 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even going to be over before we start recording. So we might not be able to talk much about those guys. We'll definitely be able to talk about Microsoft, but What else? What else could there be? Somebody mentioned Minecraft. I wonder if Microsoft talk about Minecraft on the Xbox One. So, but I don't know. Do you guys have anything else on those guys? I mean,
Nope.
No.
because Nintendo's not going to be there, so I don't know what they're doing.
No, Ubisoft and EA both are gonna have some stuff. I think it'll be cool to see, like the Mirror's Edge.
Oh yeah.
If they're supposedly still working on that. I want to see more of the Division from Ubisoft. But I'm sure. I guess I'm looking forward to what Ubisoft's surprise game will be, because they've essentially done it 2 years in a row with Watch Dogs. Was the big hit surprise? Like, whoa, I gotta have this
Oh
game.
yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
did it last year with the Division.
Yeah.
So, I'm really expecting them to have some new IP that's gonna blow us away again.
Assassin's Creed.
No, I said new IP.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So
Sorry.
that's a franchise that needs to die.
Oh, now if that dies, then Tomb Raider should die with it.
Well, bite me. Anyways, I think we're good. We should just
Yep.
move on.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, we got some
got some questions from the
community stuff. Yeah.
So we'll hop into the community stuff. So we got some emails, and we'll just take these 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'll take these because I need to edit some of this stuff. So the first one is from RPG Fan 1985. Said, "Hey guys, I had a quick question and a request. Can you guys do live reactions of the Microsoft press briefing on Twitch, then put it on YouTube?" No. All of us are working during the day, so we're not going to be able to do. We can't do live blogging and stuff. However, what has happened in the past is
I think
that
we lost our video again.
My goodness, what happened?
I don't know.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll go back to here. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna have to wrap this up because obviously this program is having some major issues. You should get video back. I'm seeing it back on my screen now. There.
Yeah, I'm seeing there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll leave it there.
All right.
Okay, so anyways, no, we can't do the live blogging. All of us actually have real jobs, and this is just a hobby. However, in the past, usually people from the community tend to start a single thread and they start talking about it, and people usually will jump in and say, here's what was just announced, here's what this, and so feel free, community. Only thing I'm going to ask is let's do one thread. So, in fact, I think I will create that right now.
Yeah.
I will create a E3 presser event thread, and I'll just say, please use this for any live blogging. And whoever wants to can comment and discuss and do anything in that thread. It'll make it a lot easier instead of everybody posting 8 million things to the group. Just keep it in one. Makes one really long thread, but it's a lot easier for people to follow. So that's probably what the community will be doing tomorrow. Let's see. And then, of course, tomorrow night we are going to get together. I'm hoping Rob can join us. If not, I might call on his very well, almost perfect substitute, who probably talks exactly as much as Rob does. We'll get, maybe Bo will join us again, because I know he's going to get a chance to watch the press briefing. So
Yeah,
we'll do another. Huh?
I said I'm actually off tomorrow, so I'll be watching it.
Okay. So we can't get Rob back on because I don't think he's out traveling for work, so he probably won't be able to join us tomorrow either. Even if he can, he may not even get a chance to watch the press briefing. So we might have Bo back on tomorrow. But we will do another podcast tomorrow. Probably be a lot shorter than tonight's. It'll just be, hey, grade it. What do we think Microsoft did? Did we like it? What we didn't like? And then kind of that'll be it. So that's kind of how that's going to work, RPG Fan. I don't know if anybody's going to... We won't be on Twitch for sure. We definitely won't have it on YouTube. It'll be the Facebook group, and if anybody... and that's probably it. So, okay. So the next one comes from Ty J. He said, I heard on this week's show that in order to be eligible for the gift card giveaway, we need to email you when we use the Amazon affiliate site. You know, I'm not sure where people are getting this because I've had several emails saying, hey, I heard on the show that I need to do this, so here's what I did. We have not said you need to do that. The Achievement Hounds does that. We put a poll up asking you what you guys wanted us to do. And I actually haven't looked at that poll. I need to go find it. But the last time I looked at it was overwhelmingly you wanted people to, you wanted everyone eligible whether they supported us or not. I'll be honest, I don't like that idea. But it does make it easier on me and everybody else. So we don't have to try to monitor who is eligible, who isn't, and blah, 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 because it is pretty much a nightmare to have to do that. I don't even know where that poll went.
I don't know. The only thing I'd like to add on to that, which would be interesting, is when we do giveaways and everybody's available, obviously we have to. It'd be nice to be able to give them away maybe sometimes like on the show only, so you have to be present, streaming on Twitch or watching on Twitch to take part in it, but you should be available. You're eligible. Maybe sometimes the giveaways are anybody in the Facebook group or something like that. I think that would be a neat thing to maybe add on to that. So I don't know how you feel about that, but
there was a comment came in afterwards, and that was Ty J. So we're still working on it. Right now, everybody's eligible. We are going to have some. There was two polls. One was, do you want us to give away a full Xbox One? Would you rather us give away like games, like $60 gift cards or a retail game, and some other things? The $60 gift cards by far was what the community preferred. So we are not going to give away an Xbox One this year. Community would rather see more people win. And that makes sense if you're looking at a because we would do one with the Kinect because we do think the Kinect adds a lot of value. That's $500. So there's a lot of people could win instead of one person if we did $60 video games. So so we're going to do that, and we actually are going to start that here probably in the next couple of weeks. We're actually going to be giving some stuff away, and we'll go with it. But right now, it's going to be available to everybody. You don't need to send us any info of what you bought. I'm not sure how that. I apologize if I gave that wrong information or you guys misunderstood me, or I was talking.
I'm wondering if they got it from before I came back and you guys started the Amazon affiliate. I'm thinking in one of the shows.
That was a long time ago, though.
It was a long time ago
when we first did it, and so. But I'm hearing people are like, "Oh, I just heard on the show I need to do this," and I'm thinking,
yeah.
Well, then you're like way behind.
Yeah. Which I mean, if somebody's going to the more recent YouTube or they're just watching what was placed on YouTube recently, they could have bumped across that. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with him emailing us saying, "Hey, this is what I got." But good news. Good news is you are included. You're good to go. So.
Right. So, and I really appreciate people using it. And I did look today, and we do have people using the Amazon UK site. So
nice.
If it's it'll take a while. It takes. You've got to meet a certain amount to be eligible to get your payments, and it'll take 3 months first of all before we ever get anything, and that's only if we were eligible from the very first month. So it's going to take a couple more months before we start to see anything come from that because we just set that up about a month ago, but. I am seeing activity, so that is awesome. We're getting support from those friends of ours in Europe and stuff. So thank you for that. We appreciate it. So, all right. And then the last one here, question came from Hambone, and he said, you guys asked if we, the listeners, thought the contest should be just for people that have bought things on Amazon or for everyone. I have purchased things on Amazon, but most of the time it's around Christmas time or it's a personal item that I don't want to share to the world. Plus, I tell my family and friends to use the link if they can remember at the time of purchase. I won't ask them when and what they purchased. Here's how I think you should handle the whole contest thing. You guys should keep 50% for upkeep and maybe for trips to E3 or something, anything that would help the show. With the other 50%, do your contest for the listeners. However, it is easier for you guys. We all know the show takes up your time, so don't waste so much on little things that take you from your family. Want to thank you guys for your time and opinions. Maybe we need to get this guy on staff, man. He's like, it's not that hard, guys. Just do this. Bam, done.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
I think I really like what he said, and I think it makes a lot of sense. And right now, everything's going back to the community with So.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's things like on Twitch you can use like Nightbot. I know Darkness or Tim. On his Twitch stream and stuff, he uses something like that where his is a little different, but I believe Nightbot does giveaways like ask this question, answer this question, or something like that, or maybe it's something where we can do a random drawing out of the listeners that are present in the list, on Twitch and stuff like that. But
yeah.
we do have a question in our chat from Ice Cream Person. Wants to know what our favorite 360 game was. Do you have a favorite 360 game? So many, it's so hard, but I do have one that I can.
If it was last year, my game of the year on 360 last year was Blacklist, Splinter Cell. But overall, man, that would be tough. I don't have one overarching game that would just. There's so many that I would have to have.
Yeah. I spent a majority of my time in my gaming on 360 in the Battlefield series, and I would say Battlefield 3 would have probably been my favorite. Even though I like Mass Effect and all those other ones, but I'd have to go with that one because I played that one the most out of everything. So, Bo, what was your favorite 360 game?
Well, I was just thinking about that. That is hard.
It is.
I really like the early Call of Duty, and of course the Rainbow Six, early Rainbow Six. Call of Duty, it just seemed I don't know, they kept churning out the same stuff year after year to hit the deadlines. But the early stuff I really liked. Somebody had mentioned earlier Crimson Skies. That was a fun game as well. I have quite a few hours playing that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I guess the original Halo, doing LAN parties up all night.
Yeah,
spent quite a few evenings doing that.
Yep. Cool. So there you go, Ice Cream Person.
All right, so last thing I got from the community, this came through Twitter. Here's the thing. So this came from Robert. He says, I know you guys were bashing Wolfenstein a couple episodes ago, but if you had a chance to play it, it is a very good game. So then I said, when did we bash it? We did not play it, so we could not bash it. What episode are you referring to? And he said, it was the episode before the newest one. Something dismissive was said about the game before it came out. I
think it was me. I think
when
I was sitting there reading this... When I was reading this, I was like, I think I mentioned Wolfenstein, but then I was kind of just like, it's Wolfenstein. It's just like, I think it might have been one of those moments. I don't know if I was really bashing it, but I was playing it off as who cares type of moment. And and actually, I got to talk to somebody who's played it. I did not play it, so I can't tell you if it's good or not. That is my poor judgment and trying, dismissing a game without playing it. I apologize for that. But I did get to talk to somebody, and they said they're having a good time with it. They said it's very true to the Wolfenstein series, which is actually really cool. They're not trying to do something they're not good at, but, I think that's what this is coming from.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we certainly aren't going to bash a game we haven't played or we haven't tried.
Right.
I know myself, I have no interest in it. I've watched a couple videos, and it just doesn't interest me. Nor have any of the previous Wolfenstein games really been much. So, but I'm certainly not going to. I can't say anything about the game. I haven't played it, so hopefully I didn't do the same.
Yeah, I think it was me because I think I was just like, something story or something came across for Wolfenstein. I was just like, well, who cares? But I shouldn't have played it off like that.
All right.
Now there's a lot of Lococycle bashing, and I know you haven't played that one.
I did.
That game was
I
horrible.
played it.
No.
I played it for about 15 seconds and said this was crap, and I walked away. And you were there. You wouldn't even touch it.
All right, fair enough.
I look at that game because like I don't even have an Xbox One yet. I look at that game and I'm just like, who even thought this was a good idea to put money into? Yeah, I didn't get it. So, but yeah, pretty funny.
All right. So as we're having all kinds of problems here, we're going to wrap this up by telling you real quickly our games of the week or games that are coming out. So if you still have your Xbox 360, How to Train Your Dragon 2 will be released this week, along with Enemy Front. On the Xbox One, there's a game coming out called 1001 Spikes. And all I know about this game is prepare to die over and 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 over again. It's a really, really, really hard 8-bit looking game. So I would say it's probably in the vein of like Meat Boy, where you just die a million times. So, but it's been pretty popular, I guess, in other arenas. So that's your releases for this week. Remember to order and support us by using our Amazon affiliate links, and we will keep you guys updated on the upcoming, stay tuned, I guess, for the upcoming giveaways. We are going to give away $60, essentially, what we're going to do. So you will have your choice. You can either have a digital $60 worth of Microsoft points, if you will, sent to you, so you can download a game digitally if you wish, or if you want a retail title, upwards of up to $60. Can't exceed that. If you want one title for one new release or something, we'll just order it through Amazon and have it sent directly to you. So that will be your choice. So we can give you physical or digital copies either way. So with that, was there any last minute thoughts or comments before we leave for the night?
I'm excited for tomorrow. I like E3.
Crackdown 3, baby.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
my only comment in the Facebook thread for tomorrow, everybody's going to be passionate about the game, so just keep it family friendly.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yep. Don't assume someone's putting you down just because they typed something. So, all right. That is it for this week. That is it for tonight. We will be back tomorrow night for our response to E3 2014 and the Microsoft press conference. We will see you guys then. I am Mark, a.k.a. Wingman 709, taking off.
I'm Brun, BJ633. Have a good one.
And I'm Benj Faloki. See you tomorrow.
Meow.